Texas filmmaker Richard Linklater's 2011 dark comedy Bernie, detailing the life of Bernie Tiede, was convicted of killing a wealthy widow decades ago. Well, now Linklater and a coalition of prison inmate advocacy groups are using Bernie's story as part of a lawsuit in regards to conditions in Texas prisons. They say it's cruel and unusual punishment. Dallas Morning News political reporter Phil Jankowski is joining us now with more on that story. Phil, good morning.
Hey, good morning. So this all sort of started last year after Bernie Tiede suffered what his lawyers have described as a heat-induced stroke while as an inmate in a prison in Huntsville. He filed a lawsuit then seeking to get air conditioning for himself. But now they have decided to widen that lawsuit in order to get air conditioning for all of Texas prisons inmates.
Okay, and so just to kind of bring it back into the Texas area, what does the Texas Department of Criminal Justice say? Because I remember last summer it was 110 degrees. Some days the feels-like temperature was 120. And we were hearing these stories of the conditions in prisons being extremely hot and dangerous. So what is this going to do when it comes to all of the reporting that we did even last year as well?
Yeah, and you're right. There's been a lot of reporting on this. Texas A&M did a study in 2022 which said routinely temperatures are in the summer 110 degrees in these prisons, and they recorded them as high as 149 degrees. But what TDCJ, which runs Texas's prison system, says is that there have not been any heat-related deaths in Texas prisons since 2012. And they also point to various hot weather protocols that they've put in place, which they say gives inmates access to air conditioning when they need it. And they also are in the process of trying to bring air conditioning to some of the cells, but roughly 70% of inmates still lack basic air conditioning where they sleep at night.
Phil, this has been an argument now for years. So what makes it different in this particular matter? Well,
it has been argued at the Texas legislature for a long time, and lawmakers did give the prison department $85 million specifically to address some of these issues, but they've never been able to get anything over the finish line as far as getting a bill passed that would bring air conditioning to all of Texas's inmates. So now several of these prison inmate advocacy groups, using Mr. Tiede as the lead plaintiff, are going in another route. They want to try to see if they can do it in the courts.
Phil Jankowski with the Dallas Morning News, thank you so very much for joining us. I'm sure that this is not the end of this story.
Thank you so much.
And you can see much more of Phil's work right now on dallasnews.com.